Yeah, I mean, congratulations to Coastal. They played really well today, and obviously Eichhoff pitched well for them. We had some opportunities early, but it seemed like when we got men on base against him, it was with two outs, and unable to get that big two-out hit. And on the flip side of that, most of the damage they did against us was with two outs. And they're a complete baseball team, and there's a reason they lead the league in pitching and defense. I think you could see some of that in the ball game today. And I think we had a two-out walk, an 0-2 single, and the ball just out of the reach of our right fielder. And good teams take advantage of those opportunities, and they did. They strung together a couple more hits after that and turned it into a 4-run inning. And that made it tough on us. And for them, they were able to get the run game going. That's been an area that we have obviously struggled with this year. And with a big lead, they were able to kind of capitalize on that and take advantage of it. And I thought Brady Penley competed for us. Good to see Alex Mason come in the game, a true freshman, and throw the ball well late. Landry Mead went out there late and competed, and obviously not where we want to be, but we got to find a way to get to Friday now. We got to pick ourselves up really quick and get ready, find out who we're going to play tomorrow. And our guys are going to battle. They're going to compete, and we just got to focus on that now. Focus on getting ready to go tomorrow.
Coach Joe Healy, D1 Baseball. Was there something specific about Eichhoff that was giving your offense trouble? Because on paper, the stuff does not blow you away, but obviously you see the numbers and he's just been so good.
He's just knows how to pitch. I mean, he's a veteran guy. You got to make him throw the ball up in the zone. The damage we did, obviously Parker's home run, I think was a 3-2 pitch. Cade did a nice job in that bat, if I remember correctly, got down and fought back in the count, fouled off a couple of pitches, and then I think got a fastball that was a little more up in the zone that he was able to do some damage with. And again, we had some opportunities, but a lot of it was with two outs and just couldn't get the big hit. But he does a good job commanding three pitches and mixing his pitches and locating the ball and keeping the ball down. And that's kind of been his MO. He's, like I said, solid guy, and pitched well today.
On the other side of the ball, what kind of challenge do they present when they're hitting in that it seems like, every single they go first to third, and they're willing to steal bases on you, like they're just kind of always have their foot on the gas?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're athletic, and they've always run the bases well there. I know, and again, obviously today, they took advantage of some of those opportunities, and it's easier to be aggressive when you get a lead. On the flip side with us, against a guy like Eichhoff, you probably need to be a little more aggressive, but it's harder to do that when you get down big and take as many chances, and that's kind of the position we found ourselves in.
Kind of like the idea was to not let Bodine be the guy that beat you with the way you attacked him. So what's your eval on him, and then what did Mason do well to be able to put him away in that spot?
Yeah, I mean, we said coming in we weren't going to let him beat us. He's a really good player. I can see that guy as a big leaguer. One day I'd be surprised if he's not. He's a really good player. He's their guy, and we weren't going to let him beat us. But later in the game, good to see, for a guy like Alex Mason, a freshman, to come out and have that kind of success, his first experience, and that can only help him grow as a player moving forward. And so that was a positive.
My last thing for you is, you knew coming into this tournament with where you were seated that you were going to be here a while if you were going to make a long run here. So I have to imagine, just because you took a loss today, not much really changes in terms of the way you guys are going to approach the rest of the week.
No, again, it's a resilient group. We've got guys that, have experienced this tournament before, experienced success in this tournament, and understand what it takes to keep playing, and our backs are against the wall. We're back in the same boat that we were last night. It's do or die, and we just got to find a way to get to Friday. You take it one game at a time. It's going to take everybody on go, ready to step up. Different guys, different days, but we just got to find a way to get to Friday, and we'll find out who we play here in a little bit.
That's all I got.
And then, Coach, just one final question, just to highlight a couple key performances. Nico and JP both pick up 2 hits. You had a lot of singles kind of scattered out. How do you feel about your team's fight? And despite the score, they were really still having quality at bats.
No. I mean, one thing about this group, if you watch these guys never quit. They keep playing. It's a resilient group. They keep fighting, and you saw that today. I mean, despite where we were late, guys kept battling and giving us quality at bats and kept playing. And we take a lot of pride in that. And I know these guys will be ready to compete tomorrow.